A warm welcome to all of you participating in this forum from different geographies and different time zones. Ethiopian Airlines has been affected by the coronavirus pandemic, global pandemic, like any other airline. As we all know, the service sector in general, and then travel and tourism, and then the aviation industry, the airline industry, have been the most affected in the pandemic. And as a result, most airlines, Ethiopian Airlines included, have suspended their passenger service, almost all their passenger service, for several months. In our case, we have suspended our passenger services since end of March, and we started in August, but most of the stations in Africa were opened end of August, and unfortunately we lost the summer peak, and the effect is still going on, and the recovery is extremely slow, much below what we expected. So as a result, this is unprecedented crisis in the airline industry, and unprecedented crisis for us also in the history of Ethiopian Airlines in its successful three quarters of a century. So, however, we have designed a very quick tactics, strategies to withstand the problem. And as a result, early on, around March, we have made a major shift to and a major refocus of resources to our cargo business. And because the cargo business was doing very well at that time, especially with the global distribution of PPE and medical supplies, medical equipments, especially from China. So we have been one of the leading carriers at that time in cargo, using not only dedicated freighters, but also quickly converted passenger airplanes by removing the passenger seats. So we have prepared about 25 passenger airplanes to cargo, and using both the dedicated freighters and the converted passenger airplanes, we have been the leading, or one of the leading cargo operator at that time. We continue to be now also. So the fact that we were also a diversified airline dealing with passengers, passenger transport, cargo transport, and the travel and tourism business with hotels, and also MRO business, academy and ground services. So we were able to leverage the negative impact of the coronavirus global pandemic on businesses which have not been highly affected by the crisis. So that has helped us to emerge from the crisis and to assure our survival. And in fact, today we are almost a unique airline, or the only airline in the world which has managed the crisis without any bailout money, without borrowing any money from the capital market, without laying off employees, and without reducing salaries of employees. So it has been a very, very successful endeavor because early on we changed the challenge to an opportunity. Going forward, not only for us at Ethiopian Airlines, but in the airline industry, this is going to bring a radical change in the way we do business, in the way passengers travel by air, and the way the world interacts. So realizing this, we have launched a new project called contactless travel. Contactless travel means a passenger will be able to travel from point A to point B without contacting with anyone, either employees of the airline or fellow travelers or stakeholders at the airport. So through our digital application, our new hub at this airport, especially the new terminal, which has been inaugurated recently at the total cost of $350 million investment, has been designed with contactless travel in mind. So passengers will enjoy the travel by also being confident on the right protections of the spread of the virus. So we have already started contactless travels with smartphone. Passenger can book their travel, can pay their ticket for their ticket, can check in online, and they can go straight to security at the airport, pass through security, and self-board at the gate, and select their seat and take their seat in the airplane, and at destination trace their baggage, and thereafter collect their baggage and go to their destination. Post-sales, also after sales, they can interact with the airline on our application through our mobile app, whether it is to inquire about their mileage or redeem their mileage or burn their mileage. So I think this is going to be the way we live and the way we interact and the new normal in air travel industry. So in a summary, it is the application of ICT, information and communication technology, so in its best form, and that is the way we are going to emerge. So this is what I also recommend. In other forms of human activity, the use of technology is going to increase, and that is what we are doing. At Ethiopian Airlines, we consider this crisis as a short-term crisis, and as we always say, and as we always believe, that short-term crisis should not undermine or hinder our long-term strategy. So the long-term strategy is growth, expansion, and also serving the continent better and better, connecting the continent within itself, inter-Africa travel, and also connecting the continent with the rest of the world. As we all know, we have close to 130 international destinations all over the world. The only continent that we don't, the only inhabited continent that we don't fly is Australasia. Otherwise, we are all over the world and serving the world with modern, the most modern and the youngest fleet, around 130 of airplanes. And we are both the largest passenger and cargo airline in the continent. So going forward, passing this global crisis, we are very sure that we will emerge stronger and we will continue with our growth agenda. Thank you very much.